What you doing?
Just watching this guy on TV. He's doing a collection tour of like his Lego collection. It's honestly kind of small.
Aren't you supposed to be announcing your mock today?
Oh shoot, it's today. Where is it? Oh yes, there it is. Mock projects. Alright, we got Boo, Bara, Ryloth, done that. Utapow, been there, done that. Where is it? It's gotta be here. Oh yes, here it is. It's what's up, Lego builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios for the big day. I am very excited because I'm going to be officially announcing my next large-scale mock. As some of you guys may know, I am doing this mock announcement in collaboration with a fellow YouTuber and good friend, SW Bricks and Figs. So if you haven't already, make sure to go over to his channel. He's going to be announcing what his next large-scale mock is at the same time. Great builder, great YouTuber, I would highly recommend him. I'll put the link to his channel down below in the comments section. Before I get into the video and show you guys what exactly it is I'm going to be building, I want to give you a breakdown of what this video is going to be about. So it's going to have three segments. First segment is going to be officially announcing what the mock is, basically what planet it's on, what kind of minifigures I'll be using, what exactly this mock is. Segment number 2 will be a little bit more specific. I will break down like how big it's going to be, how long it's going to be, and get a little bit more detailed with what it's going to look like. I'll show you guys on the actual table where I'm going to be building it, how many base plates, etc., etc. And then segment number 3, the final segment, is going to be going over the timetable of this whole thing. Like, when is this mock project going to be officially starting? How long is it going to be? When am I going to be uploading? Stuff like that. Kind of like the more logistical side of things. I do also have a special surprise / announcement that I will be dropping at the very end of this video. So make sure to watch the whole thing so you don't miss out on anything. I've got a lot of great stuff ahead. And that being said, I think that's everything. So let's go see what it is I'm going to be building next. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my next large-scale LEGO Star Wars mock project, the Battle of Cato Neimoidia. This is a micro-scale build of the mock I made to kind of help you guys picture and envision what I'm going to be doing. So it's going to be located on the planet of Cato Neimoidia. It's going to be a large city suspended between two cliffs. I call them bridge cities just because it looks like a giant bridge spanning two cliffs. Beneath the city is going to be a lot of clouds and a lot of cliff and mountain tops. I'm probably going to have some ships, having some dogfights out there as well, like some vulture droids as well as gunships. Inside the city is going to be where most of the action is taking place. It's going to be a clone versus Neimoidian and droid battle. Before I get too much further into the project, I want to backpedal a little bit and kind of give you guys some lore and history on the planet of Cato Neimoidia, because I would imagine some of you guys are like me. I really didn't know a whole lot about Cato Neimoidia. So Cato Neimoidia is a Purse colony world of the Neimoidians, the green dudes from Phantom Menace.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
It is located in the Cato Neimoidia system and is home to long, lavish bridge cities suspended from cliffs high up in the air, as you guys can see from the reference photos I have here. It was briefly seen in the Clone Wars and a little bit in Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. During Order 66, you see Plo Koon flying his starfighter through and around these large bridge cities with a clone escort behind him. And unfortunately, that's when the clone escorts get Order 66 and they shoot him and he crashes down into some of the buildings located on one of the cities. So now that you guys know kind of like what the planet is, what the build is going to look like, what the battle is going to be, I want to talk clone troopers. I want to talk minifigs, what's going to be in the mock, because I've got 2 options right now. I want to use plain white realistic clone troopers because I haven't gotten to use them in a mock yet, and that's my favorite kind of clone trooper. So I was thinking about taking the Battle of Cato Neimoidia and putting my own spin on it, making it being in the very early stages of the Clone Wars, kind of like the Republic's initial assault of Cato Neimoidia with those Phase 1 clone troopers. So it would be made up, it wouldn't be a canon battle, but I'd be able to do some cool creative stuff with that, I feel like. However, I am also torn between the option of using the 442nd Siege Battalion. They were the ones who were actually stationed on Cato Neimoidia. In fact, they had just barely taken over when Order 66 happened. So if I were to use them, the mock would be more accurate to actual Star Wars canon, but I'm still undecided, so let me know down in the comments which type of clone trooper you think I should use for the mock. I will also be including some Neimoidian soldiers mixed in with the droids. Now that I've given you guys kind of the official reveal, we're going to break down how big the Moc's going to be and some other specs. Here are the dimensions of the Moc. So I've got it all mapped out. I am missing some of the base plates. That's why there's gaps. Those aren't actually going to be, gaps in the Moc. It's going to be all plated off once I get the rest of those in. But it's going to be 3 gray base plates wide and over 4.5 gray base plates long. So you can see this is going to be by far my largest Moc I have ever attempted. And what I have planned right now, this could change, but what I have planned is we're going to have a mountainside, just a big sheer cliff wall, similar to what I did with Utapau on each end of the Moc. So we're going to have one right here, and then we're going to have the same thing right here. So just picture 2 big cliff walls right here, and then suspended between those 2 cliff walls is going to be a massive city bridge just hanging there, suspended between the 2 cliffs. And then underneath that is going to be trans-clear studs, as well as little mini spires, kind of like the tops of like smaller mountain peaks, and just pieces of rock. I don't really know how else to describe them. You saw them in the pictures. They're just kind of like sticking up in the air. And the trans-clear studs and bricks are going to represent clouds. So I'm going to have like all kinds of flowy cloud banks and all kinds of cool stuff going on down there. We'll probably have some vulture droids battling gunships under and near the city as well. The main aspect is obviously going to be the city, but I feel like these rock cliffs are going to have to be pretty huge to be able to accommodate such a big city, but I am well prepared thanks to Utapau. I have a ton of dark tan brick that I'm going to be able to utilize. I am starting to figure out the cliff walls. What I'm still working on right now is how I'm going to get that city to just hang there, because I would like the city to be just wider than a gray base plate. So this entire middle section is going to be the city, probably a little bit wider. I'd like it to go from here to about there, just because I want it wide enough to like actually feel like a city, you know what I mean? I don't want it to look like some kind of bridge. I want it to look like a place that people could actually live on. So it's gonna have to be extremely heavy, and I'm hoping to be able to suspend it and not have anything underneath, but if worse comes to worse, I can always put like a trans-clear pillar underneath to hold it up. I think that's everything I wanted to show you guys for now, for the dimensions and kind of like what the Moc is going to look like. As we get closer to the date and once we start, you will start to get a better idea of what's going on here. All right, last but not least, I want to go over the timetable of this whole project. So I'm thinking this Moc project is probably going to start in end of June, beginning of July. This will give me some time to save up some more pieces, take a little bit of a break from Utapau, and kind of get all ready and all geared up for this next Moc project. The updates are going to be very similar to Utapau. They're going to be coming out every single Sunday with a Moc building live stream the Saturday before. So if you want to see live progress of the build coming together, make sure to tune into those. Those are always a lot of fun. This Moc project is definitely going to be the most ambitious one I've undertaken yet. I anticipate this Moc taking me almost a year to complete, considering Utapau took me about 8 months, and this one is definitely a little bit bigger and a little bit taller, so obviously tack on some extra time for that. I did take a break during the last one. I don't anticipate any breaks during this one, but we'll see. So I'm guessing anywhere from 8 months to a year to complete the Moc, maybe even more, who knows. I think that wraps up everything I wanted to announce and say to you guys in this video. I am super excited to get started. I'm ready to get back into the Moc building saddle and tackle another large scale project. Some of you guys have probably noticed there is a fairly large chunk of time between now and when I'm anticipating starting the Moc, late June, early July. And that's because I have a special secondary side project that I'm going to be starting next Sunday. So that will kind of fill up the gap between now and the next big project. It's definitely smaller, but it is still really cool, something that's never really been done in a larger scale. Because you guys stuck around for the whole video, I wanted to give you all a little something special, so I will be giving you a little teaser to what my next project is going to be. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions or anything else like that, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. And as always, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future content. All that being said, here's the sneak peek.